Woman, eh. Woman, eh. Woman, asalo una ma woman demo. Asalo una ma woman dem for all over the world. Asalo una. For whichever place una watch this live, whether una dey for Africa, or una dey for America, or una dey for Asia, or una dey for Europe, for whichever place una dey watch the video. Asalo una. Una welcome for my take live. Today we get a special edition about self-development in marriage. Yes, I want me to talk about self-development in marriage, my sisters and my brothers. Any man where they listen, well, una don't just join this live right now. I beg una share this video so that others if he join we for this live. Una sorry, 1 minute here. I'm gonna stop this. Sorry about that interruption. I had a call coming in. So I beg anybody where they on live right now, wanna share this video, because I feel say this topic for today now a very important topic. We want for talk about the importance of continuous self-growth while in marriage. What I mean by why in marriage, me say even if you don't marry, you still get for the work on your dreams. You still get for continue for the develop yourself. You still get for continue for the add value to yourself, even if you don't marry. Now, why would I come with this topic? I come with this topic because as a community, especially, I always refer back to my African to Africa, because now for the way I grow, I always tell when I say that's my root. We get so many, sorry, please, while you're online, share this video. Let me log into my Facebook here in my computer so that I can be seeing your comments, because this show today, it's an interactive show. If you don't know, no matter how we might take live they go on. Anybody where they're online, please feel free for type in your questions. Feel free for type in comments as I talk. Feel free for ask question. Feel free for type comments. Any comment or questions will come around. My take, I go read the question and I go answer them. And I go also read the comments and make a suggestion to the comments as well. My take in live and an interactive process. I want me to know. So when we are there on live, I expect una for participate, and una participation be very welcome, because again it takes a family to grow a child. Now so the talk back home. It takes a family to grow a child. If you want change can only come when we work as a team. So when I come live, I want to understand saying a team approach, not be just me one. Of course, if nobody not talk, I go talk. But I really wish say anybody where they online, make it give me an input on the subject at hand. Give me your own comment, give me your own take, give me your own opinion. I really appreciate them, because I want maybe an interactive process, because hey, remember, the more hands we get into the pot, the better way it will come out, the better the outcome. So the more people we will involve, the more different ideas that we will get the more we will help people out there where they listen and where they watch them, or those the way they will watch them later on. So I bet when I do online right now, when I share the video so that others if you join we. So that one at the housekeeping will be doing. So now we're going to the topic. Self-development in marriage. Now the topic that for today. I want to talk about self-development in marriage. If you not don't watch a video, I've been making a video last week Saturday where the topic be there now. A secret to a happy marriage. Yes, a secret to a happy marriage. And self-development is one of the key ingredients to a happy marriage. So one will talk about them today, more elaborate about them. When I come on Wednesday live, I get 1 hour for talk about the previous video. So, but this particular self-development, I want to really talk about them in a broader perspective, because it be very important. Why it be very important? For too many reasons. I will give you a small story. Myself, I grew up by a single mom. Not because my mom wasn't married. No. She was married, but get kicked out of her house because she have only girl children. And so she was left with 4 beautiful girls of ages 7 to 0, because she was actually pregnant when they kick her out. So imagine you have children ages 7 to 0 as a woman. You get no handwork, you get no trade, you get nothing to hold back onto. And so, needless for me to tell you now how women them they suffer for raise those picking them. And then the talk say all women then go be separated or get divorced from their husbands. No. But I just want to make una understand the scenario. Why it be important. Say make a woman, whether your husband get money or not, whether your husband rich or not, you forget your own source of income. You to develop yourself while you are in that marriage, because you never know tomorrow. Needless for me to tell you now how difficult life after that separation with your parents, how will suffer for grow. Needless for me to talk about that one. But because of that, my experience, as I grow up for be an adult, I know say the thing when na your own. It is very important for you as a person for be able to cater for yourself, for be able to cater for your children, for be able to do the things where you really like. Because we never know tomorrow. Yes, there are some men out there who can provide everything for you. What happens when they are no more there? Who will take care of those children of yours? Or who will take care of you? If you rely on your husband. That's why I'm talking about this self-development. That one is just one side of it. The other side of it, of self-development, are waiting. The more you grow yourself, the more you add value to yourself, the more you get your self-esteem is there. The more you are happy with yourself, the more you feel empowered, and the more you can empower others around you. That is the other important part of you continue to develop yourself even inside married house. I did talk this thing because a lot of time we tend to feel like once we done married, it almost they like say we work for life don't finish. No. Marriage does not put a pause to your destiny. It doesn't matter whether you are a man or you are a woman. You both continue for the work, because again, you as a person need to have 1, your source of income, 2, your self-esteem, and 3, to be happy. And then finally, to be able to help other people around you. Now the important things in that, why we will get for continue for the develop self even inside marriage. And this development goes for everybody, whether a man or a woman, is the same thing. We have women out there where, because they don't marry, they feel like all they need for do is to have babies and care for the babies and care for the husband and care for the house, period. That is not all. As well as we have some men them there where they out there where they believe say, As long as you don't get woman for house, now the woman go turn slave for them. The woman go do everything for them. Cook them, chop, clean their house, take care of their pikin them, work their money, pay the house rentage, pay the house, and they sit down and do nothing. We get extreme on both ends. But we're not supposed to live so. Because again, time and again, people don't find themselves, those the way they don't be shidon for their life, where they don't be comfortable with the other person, their partner, doing everything for them. They don't time and time again say and say it was wrong, especially when the partner is no more there. No more there, not me say, then die. No more there, me say, something can happen to the relationship, we see them today every time. Or, how about they get ill and they not fit take care of you again? Or, life, you never know when your life will stop. Or their life end abruptly. Circumstances happen every day in life. And so, we not get for the wait for those circumstances therefore happen before we take action. We need for make sure, say we as a person get our own identification, get our own source of income, and get we own future plans and goals where we do work on. Because when you get something where you do work on, you wake up every day more light. You wake up every day with something for do. Am I not lie, Wona? When you get something for do where you wake up for morning time, you will automatically get a good day. It no matter whether for do that thing hard or easy. Your day will be better versus you woke up for morning time, just shidon, no get no plan for your day. That day will be a dull day. Except say na your off day. Where you know say normally tomorrow you will go work again, then your off day be different. But say you just woke up for morning time and you get nothing for do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You become a dull and cool and dull and just quiet person that people will not even want to be around because there's nothing fun going on in your life. And when nothing fun is going on in your life, definitely people around you will start drive away, will start be cutting part of you because you become boring. You are the same scenario every day. You are the same scenario every day. Nobody wants to live with somebody who have the same scenario every day. It becomes boring. I can't eat rice every day. I must eat rice today, eat potatoes, eat plantain, eat cocoa. That's how we get to be involved in our life. When you are involved, when you're doing something, it keeps you happy and it keeps you going. And your mood is always top. That is the truth. I know plenty of people will tell me, say, when you talk, when you're too busy again, life not get for be only about work. Yes, I don't talk say me your life be only about work. I say continue for the develop yourself. You must always have something you are doing, which is giving you a source of income. You must always have that. I don't care whether on a work, on a business, on a waiting, on a petite trade. You as an adult must have something that gives you income. You must. That one on one side. That one a must. Besides that, you must always get a future plan. I don't know how somebody can stay without working on something. You must always get a future plan. Whether not for lender tailoring, or not for lender hairdressing, or not for open that shop, or not for open that boutique, or not for go that school, or not for get that degree, or not for get that job, that promotion where you work towards, or not for change career path. You must always have something you're working for say make your life be spicy, for say make your life be involving, because life get for be involving. When you are working on a project, man, no lie, it could be hard, but the reward is so good. You feel good about yourself every time when you achieve your goals. It no matter whether on the 1 day goal, or on the 2 day goals, or on the 5 years goal. Whenever you achieve your goal, you have that, I call it that, take that good deep breath of relief, of happiness. When you arrive at that your point where you be put on for yourself, it feels so good. And of course, after you reach that point, you get for set another goal, because that's life. You are alive. You have to keep having goals. So I just want tell una that part for that. Anyone where they online, I beg una share the video. I come back now. I want more talk about anyone where they online. I want more talk about for somebody where he want actually develop himself, but where he not get the means or he not get the possibility. What if we advise that person? For somebody where like a woman or a man where he there for marriage and he really want for develop himself, for do something for himself, but it get hard time for do them. What if we tell that person how that person feel start, where we feel start? What you wanna advice when I give that person? Anyone we do online right now, when I type when I comment inside the comment section below. The comment section there down below this video. If you now look on the screen, I go see comment section there. Go there some small box. So I want more to type them. What you wanna advice for somebody where they currently in their house where you know they do nothing? What you wanna advise for that person? Like how if you go about them? When I type them. Why when I type on our own comments for down there, me I go start to answer my own way to what I think. So, my sister, my brothers, I get a video where I make a way talk say, do you? Do you? For that video for do you, I hope so I don't watch it. If I never watch them, but I will tell you the importance of the do you. The importance of that do you means say, you get forget for know yourself. Before you want to do anything, you get for first start for know yourself. When I mean say know yourself, know your likes and your dislike, know your strength and your weakness. Know which way you really like them and know which way you not like them. It starts from you knowing yourself. Once you take some time for know yourself, then you go feel understand your personal uniqueness, because each of us get our personal uniqueness, our personal ways. Our uniqueness comes from our looks, comes from our character, comes from the way we like things to be done. So once you don't figure out yourself, now the first thing that I want me to do like a homework, first find yourself, find which way you like, which way make you happy, which way make you sad, and then your strength and your weakness. Your strength and your weakness. Now, so which thing will you be good at? And then the thing the way you not be good at. Once you don't make that list, you put on one side, thing the way they make you happy, thing the way they make you sad. Your strength go inside that happiness. Your weakness go inside that sad column. The way you learn go inside that happy column. The way the difficulties to them for where you get them for learning go for inside the other column. So you do make that two column. One at the column say positive column and the other one negative column. So you fit choose that two column, but I call the positive negative na they basically na opposite. It not mean say because you not get a negative, not get me wrong. But you create a line, positive and negative. As you write that thing, as you start down for say, even if you know the right and that, if you don't know for right, it be okay too. Even if you know the right and that, but where you think, okay, I be good at this. I be good at that. 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 By the time when you start to see all the things and way you like and the two way they make you happy, your strength and your weaknesses, the things and way the way where you like for learn, it will give you an idea of what you feel start do for your life. Now so way it will give you an idea. Now, why that do you video be very important when making for that self-development? It will give you an idea. So, for example, if you see as you be person way you like to work for your hand, the way where you learn more, now say you learn more when somebody show you something, means say by demonstration, right? If you be person where you learn more by say somebody show you something, somebody demonstrate something for you, you don't already put and say, oh, so maybe for me, if somebody show me something, how to do something, and catch them quickly, then maybe I want to go learn a trade. You want to go learn something like, if you be man, you want to learn something like if you not get money for go for school, I talk for person who not get money for go school. If you man, if you want to go learn some trade, like say you want to do mechanic, you want to do carpentry, you want to do things and where they be hands-on, because you learn more when somebody show you something. right? If you be woman, you learn more by say demonstration, where means somebody show you something, right? You go one now for go find trade for thing where it go make you for thing where you see and where it be visible. So you go learn something where it be hands-on, right? For example, if you not get the money for continue the school, fine. So when you don't know your strength and your weakness, where to make you sad and where to make you happy, your sleeping pattern, whether you be an early morning person or you be a late morning person, or the way where you learn, when you get all those points them separately, it will help you for easily see where you feel go. Now the first step that we get for do. So try for do that. It will take you for where you feel go. It will make you see a light for say, oh, this thing will be better for me. If na school where you want to go, if you be person where you know which way you like and for school, even by you doing that, it will help you for choose which subject where you want and for go for that school. Because by your strength and your weaknesses and the things the way you like them, if you go more for something where you like, the chances say you go put in more effort be very high. Now why we find for you for make that list, for find that strength and weakness things. So once you do that one, now the first step that. The second thing where you get for do. Now say, once you don't figure out which way you feel like her, because by the time we make that list, you go boil down to some things that you really like. You go see and say, hey, me I be person where I like me hands-on. Me I be person where I like me writing. Me I be person where I like me maths. Me I be person where I like me chemistry. Me I be person where I like gardening. Me I be person where I like farming. Me I be person where I like. So you go boil down to that thing where you like her. And once you boil down to that thing where you like them, it go easily make you now, you feel now go for that thing. Now the first step that it will give you an idea for which way you want. The second thing now we get for Gina, say you get for set yourself a time frame where I call and say goal. You get for set yourself something where so okay, I don't say and I say example, I want do mechanic, or example, I want go learn that trade, right? Now you go say, okay, I want for learn this trade. My talk say, you go figure them out. So you go just want for learn that trade. Now you go start set yourself goals. You start with short goals. The very first goal where if you give yourself as when you don't figure out what you want to do. Now say, your first goal now say, you give yourself a time frame. By the end of this day or by the end of this week, I go find out all the information the way they be needed for that thing. Whether na a handwork, whether na school, whether na a trade, you go give yourself. So after you don't figure out what you want to do, the next step na say you go start for put yourself a goal. For you forget the goal, your goal na for say ma talk so you be talk say mechanic, you want to forget that garage na your goal that right. You don't set yourself a goal. So okay, I will be mechanic, I will get that garage. But you know if you get that garage at the same day, you need for learn the mechanic and all that stuff. So you first set yourself a first goal. I will find information on how to become a mechanic. Now your first goal that. Little things. That little things now come out. You just take a little thing. Now your first goal that. Once you figure out that thing, you set again your second goal. Your second goal now say, maybe waiting. I go visit the workshop or I go visit the school so that I must see the environment. Another little thing that you see. You just set up little steps, and so you get the final goal, but you get for start for this, make yourself little goals where you go to work on every day so that you go to add on. So my talk say if you not fit do one today, but you fit for yourself, okay, since I not fit do one today, I fit at least go online, right? Investigate a little bit about that thing where I want them. So you get for to do something about that thing every day. So some days you first say, okay, I'll go visit the shop, or I'll go for the school where they teach that thing. You go for the school, you find out more information, you figure out which of the shop or which of the school where you think say best fit your needs. Then now the second step that. Then you another step now and say waiting. How you want to register for it, how you want for pay the money, how you want for pay the school fees, how you want for pay the work time. Now another step that way you go do. Sometimes how you want for pay the work or how you want for pay the school fees, it be hinder for some people them. But I tell you now, when you reach for that stage, me that's what I do. If I get something I want to do and I reach for that stage where you get that hindrance, where now maybe like a financial hindrance, and you not get way you fit for meet that financial problem, you know, okay yourself. Which way you go do? I tell you. Now say, you go look for a job. A job where you fit get them at your current state. You go look for a job where if you get them at your current state, you go raise the money. Once you raise that money, you go back now, go pay for that your work. Or you go back now, go pay for that your school. So now, so where did you do goals? You just start by understanding which way you like and first. Once you don't understand that thing, you do digging. You give yourself your little goal first. Your goal now forget that thing, maybe a mechanic or become that biggest tailor in town, or for go school, forget that PhD, or for do everything. Yes, you get that goal there. But once you that goal done, your primary goal that maybe that goal if it be a 5 years developmental plan, if it be a 3 years developmental plan, if it be a 1 year thing, it depends on how long way you want them for take and forgo that goal. But you don't get the goal. Then now, if you want start for go get that goal, you get problem where it means say maybe you get financially hooked, or you reach for that stage where me is not there you. Because I talk about that financial thing because I know we back home, a lot of us and they back home we really want to do something then, but we be tied up because we not get the money. I say again, go find work for them their level, because work there for every level. Go find work for your level. If not the business where you want to do, even start some small business with the small money where you get them. Start doing. You go raise that money, but remember for your head why you do that work. Remember for your head why you do that business, because sometimes the thing where you worry we plenty and I say wait, would get yourself out of a goal because would get yourself out of a lane, because when we go find that work, right? We start work that work, we become comfortable with that work, and then we'll just remain for day. No, not be the reason that way you go get that work. You get that work because you want to raise money, but the work, the money we want to raise and be for your dream. So the money where you make for the work, not just go chop and drink and buy fine clothes or fine shoe, use them carelessly. You get for save that money for use them for that your project where you the plan for do them down the road. Now so way I mean. And when you do work, another thing I want to tell you, when you do that work where you raise that money for go pay for that thing where you really want to do, whether not for that school, or not for that tailoring shop, or not for that mechanic shop, or not for that carpenter shop, or not for that hairdressing, anything we want for that business, make sure say you save the money towards that thing. No go work the money chop them, because now the major problem that will get them. We go get some plan, we go start work the money, see the money, be carried away, and then get out of your focus. You get for stay for your focus. And then while you work that work, another thing, do as much as possible investigation about that thing where you plan for doing for your future. Yes. Make sure say every time when you know the work, may you learn or look around that thing where you want them. May you look naive. So me say even a mechanic say I want to do am no. Make friends there with some mechanic garage person where even though where you no get the money for paying now, time to time you find yourself around that garage area, you do something around that place, or you go online to investigate more, or you do something about them, because the more you keep that thing in your head, the more you gather more knowledge. By the time when you raise the money where you want to do the thing, you go inside the thing with a lot of information. So you know just start like a layman. You do want start and way you get a lot of information. So any man we do online right now, what do I be talk before I be talk about, and I say what you be advice when I think give somebody where he really wants to start something but you don't know how to go about them. What you be advice when I think give that person, and the thing that I be talk about and why be the explainer for why be the talk about them. So, I get a comment, like I tell you before, when my take come live, an interactive process. So, everybody where they're online, the topic we talk today, now the importance of self-development in marriage. Now, the importance I want to talk about today. So, anyone where they're online, thank you all so much for joining. When I share the video, and please, what I be talking and say, the importance. So I don't first start talk about why we get for grow yourself, and then secondly I will talk about how somebody will not even know what if we do for grow yourself. How which will we advise that person? How will we start and which will we do for help for grow itself? Now the thing that I will be talking. Somebody don't write some comment for you. Ma read the comments, then I will talk about them. Somebody say, some men will go an extra mile to ensure that their spouse stop work and stay at home just because they claim to be earning enough. What is your take on this viewpoint? Very good question. I like that question. So the person asked and said, waiting. Some men they go an extra mile. That means some men they don't want to make their woman do anything. They don't want to make their woman do anything because they talk say they make enough money for take care of their woman, for take care of their family, so their woman not get for work. I might take this for this person. My brother them, my boss them. I call them my boss them. When I know we get a boss brother them outside them. We boss brother they way plenty money they them. So my boss brother, I want me to know one thing first. Your wife working is good for you. The money she makes doesn't matter. What matters is that she has something doing. That is number one. Because when she has something doing, she will feel more happy. There is nothing sweet like your own money where you work on. The money might not be anything compared to your money. You know if it make any difference for your household, maybe for the two your woman work on. But the thing this way you get and for do. Number one, it make your wife be more happier and more lighter. Because when you do work, you get that kind of self-satisfaction when nobody no fit give you. Now, number one that. Number two, my brother and I say waiting. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Wait, me say waiting. What if something happened to you? Suddenly, we don't know tomorrow. What if something to happen to you? You can't see where you know if you walk. Or God forbid, the worst, you disappear. You die. Wait till where your woman and your picking them go do. Wait till where your woman and your picking them go do. How that woman will start raise that picking them. I did talk it in this one I talk so wait till they go do because for our community back home, not even back home, even here, you see this happening every time and again. And I be sorry for talking, but for some weird reason, men die too young than their wives. Most men then die leave their wife for some weird reason. But it happens a lot. A lot of women, they don't be where they don't be widow. They don't get no husband. What did they do? So if you know one made the woman get the trade, when you know how you want made that woman raise that picking, they're not you go talk, say you go leave money, you go do this, you go do this, you go do that, you go do that. Remember, for our community, when the man not the family they take over. I know family they take over. And woman will not get nothing, no source of income by himself. You not going to even know how for start fight with that family them. For take way to where you live and for you. Remember, when you know the family they take over. So you know why may your woman be for a situation that your love of your life can end up for a place, a scenario where you not even get chop for chop. Where picking enough to pay their school fees. If you leave your woman, you work while you there alive. Your woman go don't get used to being working. At least you go get a source of income where if condition bad or even you something happened to you, say you just sick or you lost for your business. You fit be businessman today, business day high. Tomorrow something happen, business drop down. How you want someone to continue family? No be for nothing where Bible talks say the two shall labor so they can get good revenue, and also so that if one fell down, the other one will rise the family. Not before not way Bible talking. Bible talking because it be very important. The two shall labor so they can get good revenue. So that if one fell down, the other one shall help them back up. So it no matter how much will you make them, you need to let your wife work. It no matter the salary where your wife will earn them. The salary might not add anything to your seed, to the level of your income. But make your wife get that source of income. Very important. Might read another comment for you. So somebody talk about that one, say sometimes it is because they want their wife. So somebody answered this question about what would you do about those men the way they don't want their wife then work because they earn enough money. So somebody write down for you, say sometimes it is because they want their wives to take care of the children instead of having other to do it. That one are true. That one are true. Some families in the way that they decide, say, it depends on picking their ages. Some family the way that they decide, say, one of the couples will stay home while the other one they work, because that one way they work get more income, so you go take care of the picking them. But this one, I'm think why take them, why I get them with that one. Might read the other person own first before I come back and talk. I can see it. I can see it. Somebody write them again, say, I can see it as control only if they don't have children and he wants to control her every move or whereabouts. In that case, in that case, I'm speaking of having women staying at home. So this person they talk say, if you see I'm only as a control, if the man they not get picking, but the man they still want to make the woman no go work, may still stay house. So we still talk about the men the way they don't want make their woman their work. This one I'm gonna take about this picking issue and work. So in the world day today, the one I'm gonna take where I talk about them. There is so many ways to develop yourself. It not only be about you working, right? So I'll give example. If you're there for childbearing age where you are picking them still they small, somebody there for take care of the picking them. That is totally true. But while you take care of the picking them, you can be working on another project. Because you take care of the picking them, no make say maybe you should don't so where you need to work, where you need to do nothing for develop yourself. Now the thing that why they talk. What do I mean? I say waiting. I'll give an example. If woman they house where now they look up picking them, where at that moment you need to go work because somebody get for take care of picking them till they reach a certain age. Because for me, you feel down for house for take care of picking them only when they do under a certain age. Once they start go school, you two get for start work. I know you see why way you know the work when picking they go school. But when picking them you go school, you need somebody for their house with the picking them. So that's the way I see them. So when you their house with the care for picking them, you get for still develop yourself. There are many other ways for you to do that. You can work at home because there are jobs that permit women, especially for those of us who they develop well. There are a lot of jobs that permit women to work from house. That one and one. At that time where they house where you care for that picking the way you go work. Another good time for you for go back to an online school. Now a good time that for you for go back for school. So that by the time where that picking them one commode reach that age where they start go school. Because when they start go school, means they go come house like for morning time, right? Go school, go come back around 3 o'clock. You feel work. Morning shift then they know. You feel work. Well, I don't know for every job, but for most job them, you feel work. You feel work at home. Now one that, or if you then have Africa where you know feel man not also not for develop, if you then a person where you do for African area like for Cameroon, so where they not get at home work. When picking they go school for morning time, if you get in a store, you feel go open your store. If you do work, you feel go work. You feel work because my point where I get and say with this thing now say waiting. I not talk say more not care for picking them. We'll get for care for picking them, but we'll get for care for ourselves. Because waiting I say if you only should down for house, so you want should down for house, so you care for picking them till which age, till picking them go college or to which level, because we get for understand that should done for house for how long. If you want should down for house, picking them go college or they go university, that is about they get 18 years. So that's 18 years of your life being paused. You being mommy, right? It will be fine if after that 18 years you feel catch up again to your career path. But to some people where they want get picking the way they reach a certain age, after 18 years of your life is heck lot of a time, or 16 years now heck lot of a time for you for just shut down for house. So you wait for raise that picking them. No. If you know the work, even the career way you used to get them before, you go don't forget about that. So you go in back to the workplace like a new person. I don't support that. You are staying at home when the children are young to help the children get to that level and understanding, yes. When they start go school, when they day school, now a time that way you two feed the work. Once they come back for school, they come back for house. For evening time, you want to make sure, say, maybe you know the work where you take you, come back for house, where you know if you do picking their homework. So you do go work when picking they go school. You come back for house when picking they don't come out. Even if they come house like 1 to 2 hours before you come, because my talk say you do work a shift way, my talk say na 9 to 5, or my talk say you do work a shift way na 7 to 3. You go come back for house. Just even if they don't come before, you know go be too long where you don't come back. And then you go to work. You know go to work every day. You do work part-time. So it means say wait, you do work like a 0.6, where it means say like you do work 6 days a week, or you do work every other weekend, or you do work for America, yes, what would you do? Most families when they do this thing, say if the man do work, matter say the man do work day shift, the woman will work afternoon shift, or the man will work evening shift, for example. That one for couples and way they still make ends meet. But my talk say the man get plenty money where you no need for the woman. The money fee run be enough for control the family. The woman will she don't house to take care of the picking, but you must get something where you do for add value for yourself, because really, if you just shit done for house where you know you add no value for yourself, after a certain period of time you become depressed. You become depressed because your life be your own self as a self person. You start lack self-esteem because you as a person, you know you grow nowhere. Every time you want to grow, everybody don't go right there and you there right there. After a time you be bored, you start lack self-esteem. That's my take. So much still wait where other people they don't write down for you. Somebody say, good point. I am a living example of men who disappeared, and I had to figure out my way. Thank God I had packaged myself to deal with that. You see, that's somebody we talk about them. I like you. Thank you, my sister, for sharing that example, because the truth not say waiting. We no feel only depend on one person income in a house. It is not just only about the money. That is the point I'm trying to make. It is not just only about the money. It is about readiness. It is about readiness. It is about you being able to sustain the family with or without the other person. It is about that. It's not just only about the money. The money is important, yes. But it is more about you being able to sustain the family with or without the other person. That's what I'm talking about. So if you be that man where you get that plenty money, where you know once say may your woman work, right? I go tell you, my brother, open a boutique for your woman. Open a shop. Open a shop. You get the money, open a shop. If your woman get a shop, right? Like you get in your own business. Yes, it go be house. Look up picking them. Like when picking them go school. It go shut down for store small. It sell. It come out when picking the one come back for school. It come back for house. Can't cook chop. Una come for dinner. Una get dinner together. Woman get for find a way for get something for herself. I no fit talk this thing as much. I the talk I'm not be always say the man there. What about marriage the way they break? What about those women the way, because I want more talk this thing, because if we don't look and say the woman get for she don't have to care for picking them. What about those scenarios the way the woman should don't for house for care for that picking them after year and the man can't divorce, where you need to do nothing? How that woman will continue in life? That picking them now una two una picking them una two una get for make sure say una be part of their life, una work as a team for make sure say nobody in own life no be pause. Una get for work as a team for make sure say nobody in own life no be completely pause. Yes, the woman fit cut her hours and for work. I talk like personally like myself. I am a mom with little kids. Currently, I work just 0.6. You fit cut your hours and for work so that you fit stay home more. But you not get for completely stop work. No. I work less days because I stay home with my little ones. Or some people themselves go on call. If you there for develop work, do on call. On call means maybe work only for weekends the way your husband need to work, or work some days then. But you forget that skill so that should it need be. That's my point. Should need be. It be easier for you for engineering, for start something, for continue, not be for start and new, for continue. That's the way we don't do it. Even if you do it a few days a week, but might also say your husband not there again, or your husband fall sick, you feel start do that things and more days in that week, and then you go feel afford for your family. Now the thing that what I talk about. Not just she done one time so you need to do nothing. That one na a no. Somebody talk for you say, Thank God I was working. Yes, my sister say be the work. So now man talk for you saying, man's family want to finish me. Okay, I be just the talking before I never even see them, because that's what I'm saying. Those men, the way they feel say they get so much, they don't want the woman for work. I don't tell una again. When una no dey, una remember say una family the kicking. Una family kicking, and when una family kicking, they know the kicking like una. They know they do like una one that they talk say, I still want to make this woman look good. I still want to make my picking them go school. No, then the kicking now for take everything for themselves. Now what I mean say kicking. They take everything for themselves and leave the woman with nothing. How that woman get for manage now without una picking them? How that una picking that dream wanna be getting for that una picking them? How it go be for how the woman go do for realize them? Nothing that what they talk about them. May I read to another comment for you? So come away to the say also women can stay at home if the men want them to stay at home. They should still do something for themselves and try to work from home, or do something that she loves and that she loves to do, or to do something that she loves and can bring her income without her going out. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, that even if you day house, you still get for the add value to yourself. These days, they can use their gifts in empowering others via Google, via YouTube, and if sometimes, let me go down my computer, sorry, I have to keep going down because my computer need to show everything what I want to read down completely. This computer, stop. So these days they can easily empower others via Google, YouTube, and if something happens, God forbid, then she can take off from there. So this sister is talking about that. I see where this sister points there. It point and say wait to say, if they get picking them, one person get for stay house for take care of the kids, but that person where the stay house no go just stay house. They feed the work on different projects. They feed the work from house. Now the thing that I thank God today for this will computer well, because this will computer well don't really empower women them a lot. Before woman go she don't have no go feel work, but nowadays if you're there for a developed country, you can still work while you're at home. There's so much jobs in there available where you feel work at home. Now one that, or if you do different things, if you be the person will be a creative person, you don't always get that kind of project and way. If you get projects and way to work on way, they're not necessarily mean for you for go out of house. So I give example like my take now, she don't have for house here, you do this one. But the other part in the way like people they like cooking, people where they like for make something where they don't always like for be handy, or they get some passion or some hobby where they feel go and develop on that hobby. So nothing that way this that they talk say they feel do it. So that if God forbid something happen, they can go out from there. Then another person talks say, somebody put out for you say, once you stop learning and developing yourself, you start dying. What's your take? Somebody asked me for you say, once you stop learning and developing yourself, you start dying. What is your take? My take is that sentence is so true. It's so true. That's why I keep talking about you cannot stop developing yourself. This is the whole point about self-development. I come back, my address and small. Why you develop yourself? Self-development not only be about you getting a source of income. Self-development means about you adding value to yourself as a person. It could be adding value by knowledge, by you going to school. It could be adding value by you working on that particular project. It could be adding value by you growing in your profession. It could be adding value by you learning something completely new. So the importance for you for add value, and anybody or any person in your own team will be for you like a valuable something, be different to compared to others. The importance for self-development, I say with you, anytime where you work on something which we're supposed to do work on something at all time in our life. Seriously, that's what I think. You're supposed to have something that you're working on at every given moment on your life. You might be at the speedy stage of it, or you might be at the slow stage of it. Even if it's slowly, but you should be working on something, because when you stop working, you die. That is totally true. It is just like the same, like they say, the day you stop learning is the day you die. You cannot stop learning and you cannot stop working on yourself, on added value to yourself. That is the total truth about it. I know I don't get some women, the women I talk with them, they tell me, say, but when I kind of advise and say, hey, you know, you don't be for this work for so long. I'll give example. I put in there for America where someone they maybe be nursing assistant. They start nursing assistant at a very young age. They are nursing assistant the 30 years. The 5 years is past, they are nursing assistant. 10 years is past, they are nursing assistant. 20 years is past, they are nursing assistant. They are still working, but they are not adding any value to that themselves. And some people, when you talk to them, they will tell you that, at which age do I start going back to school? At which age do I start learning back a new trade? And I will tell you, and I keep telling all of them, you develop yourself not just for you to work. Not just for you to work with that development. That's what I mean. What I mean by that, I say waiting. Because these women, they tell me, say, I go start to go to school now, they're 40 years. By the time I finish that school, I go down maybe be 50 years. How many age I go work, then I go retirement? Because those certain women and when they're in America, they look as if they go work only like for 5 years or 6 years, then they go reach retirement age. So this is what I keep telling them. I say, first of all, when you go back to school, once you are learning something new, all of a sudden, you become younger in your mind. All of a sudden, you get more purpose to live. All of a sudden, you get much things to do. That is one. Secondly, you're going for your children. Even if you work just for 5 years before you go retirement, or you work just for 6 years, or for how many years will you go before you go that retirement, it is a fulfillment. You are doing it for you and your family. Every time with somebody to work on a project, you feel younger, you feel lively. And for when you be happy and you be lively, people want to be more around you. And you yourself, you go want to be more around people. You go stop for being isolating yourself. And so therefore you go instead live longer. Because the more you keep working on things, the happier you be. And when I know happy people live longer. So you develop yourself to work, yes, but you also develop yourself for your own self, for your well-being. You can't stop learning. When I know like awesome, and they say people where they stop for learn for some very young age for too long time, they get at risk for developing Alzheimer's. That's in that I read them. Why? Because we brain be made for the do new thing, for the create and the do new things, for the think. For the think and the think. So we cannot stop thinking, we cannot stop doing things because we say we don't marry or because we think that we have children. No, having children doesn't mean you have to stop working. Find different routes of working. Reduce the hours. Try to work from home. Find a trade that will be comfortable for you. Find something that you should be doing so that you can keep yourself busy and keep moving. Your brain needs to keep working. You cannot pause your brain. Then you're pausing your life. So, I read something where another person talked for you. Say, every woman should go for self-development. Very important. So true, my sister. I don't know how much I can speak with these women to go to self-development. It's so true. Another person right there say, I know a chartered accountant who stayed home for years until her last child, she had two. I know a chartered accountant who stayed home for years until her last child. She had two, was 6 years old, and then she went back to work. I am not saying that they should not get the education necessary. The dynamics of family at the time matters. Okay, I see what she means, that she's not saying that they should not get the education or they should not go back to work, but the family dynamics matter. That is true. Every family dynamics matter. Every family they get their own way where they do things, and they get their own decision where they make them. And then the talk say, may you go beyond out of your family dynamics when I talk about self-growth or self-empowerment. And then talk to me, you go beyond your family dynamics. Again, when I give you the options, I talk options the way they're on a broader range. Why I talk so you feel either work, reduce your hours, or you feel stay home till the children turn a certain age where they go to school, or you feel work online, or you feel work at home, or you feel choose that time for go back for school. All those different examples are what the Gina, because at the Gina for say you get for find which one fits your family style. You get for find which one fits your lifestyle. Everybody all no go be the same. Some family then they actually when they men they stay home when the woman them born. because the women, they earn more than the men. So we get all those different family dynamics. And this self-growth, not just they're only about women, they're also about men. When somebody put a pause for too long in their life without doing anything, the tendency, say, at a certain time, they start feel insecure, they start feel unworthy, they start lack of self-esteem grows in, is very high. And why it be very high? Because, to be honest, it be hard for, say, you and your partner, or you and your husband or your wife, they for the same house, and una differences then be too broad in terms of una level of growth. That one not true. When una differences then be too broad, sometimes una relationship they become even more strenuous. I be sorry for talking, but if una look people that you feel, say, maybe if one man stay house, if una look divorce rate they be very high for people then way they be too opposite. Where I mean opposite in a sense, the distance between the man and the woman be too wide. They tend to end up having a higher divorce rate. Where instead people they feel, say, when the woman do work and so they go instead divorce more. No, not be that so. The divorce rate for people the way they get two vast differences be too high. And why it be high? Because at certain points of time, even if that person where you work, they look at you somehow, you the start feel somehow. The time when the person want talk for you anything, you go to analyze and too much. Una go end up at certain point of time, una no go get thing for the talk about. Because really, una supposed to get for the same frequency for someone communication, the flow easily for house. At certain point when you become depressed yourself because you're tired of staying home and see the other person flourishing and progressing, sometimes it take a tone onto you, and then very soon you become a nagging woman or you become a nagging husband. They want to talk for you any so much because you are so nerved. And all that nerve now, because there's so much energy you are keeping into you that you should be using that energy on something else. When you use that energy, by the time you come back home, all your energy is for your family. It is really something that we need to pay attention to, because we feel like, say, if we just stay house, just sit down for house, look at that picking them, it go make we good wife. It not go make you good wife lesser or more than that person where you work. But the difference where then I say, wait, if you should not for house too much too, after a certain period of time, you become boring. Your life becomes boring because there is nothing fun going about you. Like I talk again, they're picking that they grow. When they grow, what you go do with your own life where you don't cut off every aspect of your own life? You get for at least, even if you want to care for that picking them, stay house, work less and stay house more. It's a possibility. Find work for house. Or if you may say your husband get enough or you don't even need the work, how about you use that time to go back for school? Learn something new. Learn something, a trade where you know, say, it be easier for you for manage and with picking them. So that by the time we picking, they want to go back for school. They want to reach issue, they feel go back for school. Now you feel now go start that thing where you want and full swing. Now you where they talk about. Now the easy thing that what they talk about, because really, una not want someone to get too big a space between una, then it becomes a problem. Then you become, sometimes they start looking at you as too stupid or too dumb. That's what I'm talking about, because you don't have any value. And again, one other thing, my sister, there, especially for my sister, that I want to take the minute for talking about myself in the Africa, una must the work, una must the do something. Why are they talk so? Because marriage in Africa is not a little bit different from we than what they abroad, in a sense. Say, for abroad, a man of your woke up talk for woman say come out for my house. You know, if you woke up talk for woman say come out for your house, now a different process. But for Africa, man you just woke up one day so. What now for unknown reason? Where you said, oh man, no even you just say pack your thing to come out from my house, you go fishing and play. Like play, so you do for your house today morning time. You want be for now, you find yourself outside for street. You go back now for beginning. And sometimes they say they pack you and all the picking. They say carry your bastard and go with that. If they pack you and they picking them, go. So what you go do with your life? That is why for me, best way the Africa, you cannot not saying you are not working. You cannot not saying that you don't have source of income. I remember one of my cousins called me in Nova State too long time ago. Actually, my sister say he want go married. The first thing we're asking, I say wait, because the Africa tell you say, you get a source of income. Now the first thing that we're asking, he look and I said, they talk, but I say, no, and I tell you the truth. I say, marriage like that is two become one, yes, but everybody get for the bring something into the table. Everybody get for the bring something for the table. You cannot go to a marriage without bringing anything on the table. You need for the bring something for the table. That is one. And secondly, you get for the work on something, for the develop yourself, because really, for Africa, it is crazy that I call and say, no man's place, because you woke up today be madam, tomorrow the one see you not be madam again for no just reason. Whether I don't go see some new woman, or it just decide say picking the way you born, I not like I'm now woman, or now you born now only woman picking them, it take and move you for house just for no just reason. Or now say you wanting number 2 wife, you find yourself today you are a wife that is being catered for, and tomorrow you have no house, no food, no job, all of a sudden like that. And then that picking them, go to struggle. You go struggle for raise up that picking them. Now, why they talk this thing? We need to really make sure, say, make we as women them, whether how much money will man they make them, how much money whether they make them, may we also get a source of income. Whether we source of income not to do anything in terms of, like say, compared to the money owned for house, you still need to forget them, because we never know tomorrow. Like I talk, if you woke up one day driving for house for no just reason, you find yourself you are picking them for outside there. If you woke up sick, you find yourself say you did where you not get that means for that income, and God forbid he die, you find yourself again say you not get no income. Family can kick you out of the house, take everything. What will you do with yourself? What would you do with yourself when that scenario arrives? Because those scenarios, they look like they be so far-fetched, but man, not lie una. Nobody knows when they come. That is why I say you want to take care of the pikin them, take care of your husband, but also take care of yourself. Make sure, say, you as a person can take care of yourself and your children without the other person. It not mean say you get for stubborn for that other person. No, you still get for be the wife at house. You still get for the take care of your family duties them as a wife. You get for sneaking time. You get for find extra time for pay attention to yourself. For yourself means say wait for develop your own self. You need that as a person for your own insanity, for your own well-being, and for your own self-esteem, and overall your own happiness is very important. So thank you all so much for joining today. My take, I hope say I pass in my points very well. I just want to tell women them, both women and both men, say I know every family gets your own different family dynamics. I know the way we want to manage with our family, but regardless of the way we want to manage with our family, we not get for make sure say every person in that family has a source of income, can still be developing themselves, still working towards their own goals, for make sure say make stability be for house. Should in case something happen for the other person can still take over and manage the family correctly. So hey, before I go, my take a new video to come out on Saturday. This Saturday. If una not be done watch The Secret to Happy Marriage Part 1 and 2, una make sure una go watch them, because Part 3 they come out this Saturday. The Secret to Happy Marriage Part 1 and Part 2, una fit find them for YouTube, or una need for time na my take by Gina F. Then una type after that The Secret to Happy Marriage. Una go see the video them. The other one, the other place una fit see and tuna for Facebook. Una just come like for my page here, so una go for my Facebook page, it be very busy. Una just type for go for Facebook for 5 minutes, una just type my take by Gina F. Una go see them. I will come up. My Facebook be so interactive. I get talk while they talk. I get cooking on Mondays. I get so many things and what I do on my Facebook page. So why una dey, una follow me, una share my videos, and because my tell una, even as una dey live now, so a lot of people they not watch this live with me, but when they will come back later, can't watch them. So those of us that want to day life right now, beg una share them, because when we share and for the way others and feel watch them too at their own convenient time, because people in Africa too they watch them, but we will get different time zone. So share the video. If you go for my YouTube channel, My Take by Gina F for YouTube. If you never yet subscribe, please subscribe. It goes a long way. Now the only way that way My Take will continue to do the thing way to do, and so for spread out the good word, for talk about things and way if you help with every day for this thing. I really thank everybody who participate today for today program. It really make a good way. Now why I talk say I like when I come meet we online, because when I see how we read different ideas and I talk my own take, but when I too get on our own take, and when somebody where they listen and why they read on our own take too, because when somebody where they read listen it will be better for that person for understand them, and it will be better for that person for find which one way you find for you. But the whole point I say wait, no matter which one way you take, my sister and my brother, don't stop working on yourself. You being married does not mean that your dreams for your life is over. You need to continue dreaming, and you need to continue working towards your goals, towards your dream. I love you now. I love you now. God bless you now, and have a great rest of the week. Don't forget, my 10 new video comes live on Saturday. I'll post it in YouTube and in Facebook. And on Monday, we go live 9:30 Central Time with one healthy meal. God bless you now. Bye.